Howdy folks, this is Jerry at Fluty Homestead, and today we're going to be reworking our cattle hay situation, and I'm going to show you kind of what my situation is and what I'm going to do to kind of remedy that to help myself out this winter. Okay, as most of you know who watch my channel any at all, I live on a hillside farm here, and everything I have is hillside, so there's not very much level places to put things. And you know, when you have round objects such as a round bale of hay, they don't really work good on a hill. So I've been feeding my cows this winter on this hillside closest to my house here, right next to my barn, and you can see it's pretty steep. The only level place I have is right along this road where my barn is, and that ain't a good spot to feed your cows if you got to tramp through the manure and the mud. So I tried to put a hay ring right here on this, kind of like a bench, but it's still not level. And I had it staked down real good and got me a bale in it. And then a rain came, loosened the fence post, and the hay bale went rolling right down that mountain, and the fence caught it. So the cows eat a lot of it, but I wasted a lot of hay strode down there. So the only good thing it'll do is put grass seed in and some organic matter in the ground. So I think we're going to build us a little hay, kind of like a hay corral, I would say right here, a little hay shed. I'm going to set some posts in the ground to make it secure, and I've got some rough lumber here, and I've got some decking boards that my in-laws gave me from a deck they tore down. So I'm going to put a little floor on it, that way I'm going to leave the back open. I'm going to put a rail around 3 sides, and I'm going to put slats, the distance of the slats on my hay ring, which is sitting right here, excuse me. And that way I can pull a bale right down this road, roll it into the hay shed, and the cows can stand on 3 sides and eat. And with the floor like that too, let me show you this. I feed cereus hay from a strip mine, and the leaves on cereus is kind of like alfalfa. See how loose, like I've moved this hay around, and there's lots of little leaves here. And they'll fall off on you if you're rough with it, moving it a lot. So if I put a little floor and put the hay bale in there, when those little leaves fall on that floor, they can still lick it up off the ground and not be in the mud and manure and that stuff. So that's my plan. I'm going to put a little roof on it. Probably won't get that far today, but I'd like to get the frame done. That way I can put a bale of hay in it. I've been feeding with a fork right now, a little bit every morning, every evening, because I don't want to put my hay ring in on this hill and lose it again. And then you take a chance too, getting the tractor around these edges of the hill, flipping my tractor. So we're going to build the hay shed and hopefully remedy losing my hay bales and getting myself in danger, and should save some hay. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Took Finley to the house for some lunch, and the little girl here is inside of the thing. Big Mama doing good with it. I ended up having to space my boards 15 inches apart for her to get her head in there where she has those horns. Alrighty folks, I got this little feeder here done. I'm not putting the roof on it right now. I've got too many irons in the fire and don't have time for that yet. But for now, I got the bottom done, and it'll work quite well, looks like. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we got. Okay, here it is. And you see, I end up making a little grain box on each side, and it's about 10 inches wide. And I put 2 rough lumber boards on the base here. They're about 6-inch board, 7-inch board. And I angled my slats there. I don't know how many inches that is, about 16 inches, I believe, altogether. Time you count your post. So I put them 15 inches apart. And little girl here, of course, has plenty of room. But Big Mama here, she's got those horns, and a foot just was a little tight for her. So it might have been better if I'd have put them at an angle and maybe put them in a V shape and tapered them each one. And that might have been a better route. But I'm going to try it like this, and if I have trouble, then I'll reconfigure that. But the whole thing is 7 feet by 7 feet. And that gives me plenty of room for a feed box on both sides. I can fit a 4x5 bale of hay in the middle, and it's up on the ground, off the ground. And you see here, I've got feed box on this side. If I don't fall. And that should be plenty of room for the 2 cows, and I may put the horse down here and let him eat as well. So the next project I'll do is frame up a roof on it. You can see this end is a little bit off the ground, so they might reach their head up in here and pick through a little. Those are 15 inches as well, but more than likely they're not going to eat off this side. This will be the side and the other side. So I'm happy with it. I think it'll help me save some hay. They eat out of it for about an hour, and I didn't see them lose any hay out of the feeder. All of it stayed in the feeder, and what little bit went into the feed box there. So when I do the roof, I'm going to, let me back up here. I'm going to extend the roof out on each side enough for them to stand under the roof while they eat. So I'll probably buy like 8'10" and let it come out, you know, a couple feet on each side, enough to cover most of their back anyway, where they could stand under it. But all in all, I'm real happy with it. I think it's going to help me save a lot of hay. You see here where I feed hay, they just trample what they don't eat. And you know, I've been having to fork it in here because the hay ring just is not practical on this hill. I can't keep it fastened down, and I can't get the bales in it without about flipping the tractor. So I'm thinking this is going to do good. I can bring my bale right here where this wood is, and then I'll probably take the tractor and dig this down just a little bit here, and roll it right in. So we'll find out how good it does here shortly. Well, if y'all have any suggestions, or if you have any questions about how I done this, or if you got any tips, tricks, just let me know. This is the first cattle feeder I've built. So hopefully this helps you, and maybe you have something to help me. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you have a very blessed day.